Hey everyone, welcome to Princess the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Season 2, Episode 1 of The Legend of Vox Machina. So we are back. It's been just over a month, like a month and a half maybe? Something like that, since we last got to this. We took a break to check out Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but I didn't end up enjoying that, so we're just back to this for our poll series. You didn't have to vote on this one. We just came back to it as part of Season 2. Since it was already voted for anyway. But when we finish this, there will be another poll to choose the next one. So, last time we left off Season 1 on a bit of a cliffhanger. Like, we were celebrating defeating the vampires and everything. Well, the vampire, there's only one. But defeating them and saving Percy's home. All was good, everything worked out, but it looked like some dragons were coming to stop their celebration, and it kind of ended on that, and we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, unless you're a critter, in which case, yeah, you do know. But I'm not. I haven't really watched much of any Critical Role outside of the Legend of Zelda one-shot videos we've done so far. So yeah, I don't have the context for this. I'm basically the equivalent of an anime only for this. I'm excited though. I enjoyed the first season. It was really fun. Not like the best series I've ever seen or anything, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that Season 2 ends up being just as good. So I obviously assume this is going to pick up right where we left off. I don't know what this is all going to mean. Like, I assume the dragons are attacking, which means we'll probably see a bunch more people die. But it took a lot for Vox Machina to even take down one dragon. So how are they going to take down an entire horde of them? I don't know. But let's find out. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, you may have also seen that I also recorded Jujutsu Kaisen and Link Click today. And if you watch those reactions, even just either of them, you know, like, well, just know that they both put me into a really bad place earlier. I recorded those before lunch, and after recording Link Click, the second one I recorded, I actually had to take, I took lunch break and watched reaction to Across the Spider-Verse from God, what are their names? Sorta Stupid. I want to call them Nani no Anime still, but they changed it to Sorta Stupid. I watched their reaction to Across the Spider-Verse, and for those wondering about whether I'd react to that, don't worry, reaction is coming. So yeah, that will be coming. A little spoiler for you there. But I watched that, and that helped pick up my mood a lot. And so when I was going into this, I was initially very worried. I'm like, is this going to make me upset too? Like, they're not going to do something with this series that's going to make me really upset too, are they? And then it's like, okay, everything's going to hell, people are dying, Uriel dies. But it's like, with this series, it's not like as, like, solemn and upsetting as, like, other stuff has been. It didn't, it's like an oh fuck moment rather than like a just I want to die moment. But when those kids were in danger, like, for a second, I genuinely thought they were going to die, and I was on the verge of, like, being really upset, because that would have set me off. I probably would have just had a complete breakdown if that had happened. Luckily, they were saved. Thankful. And thinking about it, of course, they were saved. This shows, like, yeah, people die and there's a lot of dark shit, but it's like, I don't think they'd go that dark. But then again, the vampire daddy did kill a kid in the first season. You know, maybe the series isn't as safe from that shit as I thought. I actually just remembered that as I was speaking. It's like, yeah, there was kids killed in the first season by the bad guys. It's like, listen, I'm just happy that they survived here, that the kids survived, they were saved, all is okay, I can breathe. Um, but yeah, this definitely had more of, again, an oh fuck rather than I want to die kind of vibe to it, if you know what I mean. Um, so when the dragons were first coming in, like at the end of last season, I had a lot of thoughts going through on what that was going to mean, and I kind of voiced some here at the beginning before they really started attacking. When they're just flying in and flying around and everything before they start attacking, I'm like, what if they're here to just confront them about the death of the one from season one? What if that's why they're here? It's just a confrontation and all. Um, but then they started attacking, and it's like, oh well, no, that's out the window. I had to have hope. You see, I had to believe in something at least a little nicer. But no, they just start attacking and violently killing like hundreds, if not thousands, of people, and it's just like very, very few people survived this attack at Amon. Like the amount of survivors, like there's less than 20 people who got away. And honestly, that might even be including Vox Machina and Gilmore, which that's terrifying. Like Iman was so completely destroyed, but even beyond just the city being destroyed, like it was an absolute massacre. Again, hundreds, if not thousands of people, most likely thousands, were violently and horrifically murdered. Whether through acid rain, fire, ice, like poison gas. Like, it was horrific. It was actually genuinely fucked up and frightening. Like, if not for the family, especially the kids, like being killed by Vampire Daddy and Necromancer Mommy from season one, if not for that, this would probably have been the most fucked up deaths we've seen in this series. And there's a lot of insane deaths and shit. But it's like, there's a certain level where it just goes to such a high degree, it's just really disturbing and hard to watch. And this is definitely one of those cases. The fact that all the dragons are also different kinds is really interesting. All these different kinds of ancient dragons have worked together. And it's kind of implied that maybe this was all originally planned. The dragon from last season was probably part of this Chroma conclave, and was probably supposed to be part of this attack. He was probably supposed to like welcome them in. So maybe they don't even know that he's dead, or maybe they do now. They like, when he didn't welcome them in, they just kind of realized. But maybe this isn't actually a vengeance thing. I'm kind of especially thinking that because they specifically mentioned that in the episode, the idea of vengeance. Maybe that's not it at all. Maybe this was just always the plan. They were always going to destroy Amon and just commit this massacre on the town. The question is why? Is it just for all the gold and the wealth they can accumulate as part of their horde? Is it just because they're wanting to rule over the land? Like, is there another specific reason? All I can say is that they better not fucking solve this in episode 2. This better not just be a 2-episode season premiere problem. I'm sorry, but it's like, if they did that for season 1. They did that for season 1. They defeated the fucking dragon in 2 episodes, and I felt that was extremely rushed. Mind you, as I was told, it was because like this was not actually part of the proper campaign. It was it was like a pre-campaign thing, so it was just added in as the first 2 episodes of the series to kind of showcase as a preamble to the main campaign storyline with the vampires and all. I keep saying vampires, but again, there's only one. Only one of them was actually a vampire. That better not be the case with this one. It's like, you are not taking down 4 fucking dragons in 2 episodes. No. We know one of them, Umbrasil, I believe was his name. We know he's going to go after them after collecting gold for the fire-breathing one, who I guess is the main one, the leader. So if they could take them out one by one, that could definitely last for the season. Plus, obviously, getting to this other city and all of that jazz, too. So, this definitely should be a full season storyline. There shouldn't be, like, another arc or whatever you want to call it this season. Not when you have, like, this big of a storyline. Unless they finish it like a little early and then there's like a small little thing for a few episodes at the end, I could maybe accept that. But like, this is more than just a half season thing. Because there's only going to be, what, like 12 episodes again or so? 12, 13 episodes in this season? Probably the same as the first. This is not like going to be... This is not going to be able to be finished in 6 episodes. Like, at the very least, I could say 9. Maybe in 9 you could convince me that it could be finished. And have the last, like, 3 or 4 episodes be something else. But that's even pushing it. That's pushing it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, no spoilers. Do not tell me, like I said in the reaction, though, Scanlan's hopelessness there for a moment was completely understandable, as was the fact that he was kind of brought back into things and kind of gained a little bit of hope and desire to try again after the kids like saw them as heroes and everything. It's like that's 100% like viable. Viable's the wrong word. It's 100% believable. Honestly, I would not have blamed any of them for feeling hopeless after that. It was a hopeless situation. It was horrific. The vast majority of Iman violently and horrifically died there. Gilmore almost died. They barely made it out. Even all of most of those refugees they were taking in at their place were violently killed in the end. Let's be completely honest here. Like, that was a shit show. I don't blame any of them, especially Scanlan, for feeling hopeless. Scanlan was never the most heroic and most how do I put it? The most excited to do this kind of stuff in the first place. So yeah, it makes sense. And I like that none of the others blamed him either. They understood. They understood and they just tried to encourage him. And like I said, it also makes sense that kids laughing and looking at them as heroes would be the thing that brings him back. We saw in season 1 that he does care about people. And we saw, like, how the kids affected him in that, when it was, like, that boy who died in season 1. The one who, they wanted revenge on the dragon for and all. Like, it was Scanlan who said, we're going to go kill us a dragon and everything after they found out that the kid had died. It's like, yeah, that all makes sense. It's like, this is his character. We've seen this before. I genuinely think that Scanlan has a soft spot for kids, just like Vax does. I think that they both are just big softies when it comes to children. And that's fair. That's completely fair. I'm a big softie when it comes to children too. Like, you want to be able to protect them because they're the next generation. They haven't lived long, and they should have the right to do so. They should have the right to live full, complete lives. It's like, it's for them that we want to make the world better and protect people. To leave not only the world in a better place than we found it, but specifically for the next generations. For the kids who have to grow up in it. So I fully understand Scanlan's entire little mini character arc in this episode. It's entirely him, it's entirely in character for him, and it's relatable. And I also like that, I mentioned this during the reaction as well, I also like that when they protected Uriel's family initially and everything, that Uriel smiled as he was dying because he saw his family safe. And it's like, that's just really nice. But it's like, do we actually know if they survived? Like, because they weren't with the refugees, were they? Unless I'm mistaken. Were they? Maybe they were. Hopefully they were. That would, and do we even know what happened to, like, the council? Like, we saw the ship going by. Was the council on that? Because that was the ship. That was the one councilwoman's ship, right? Are the council all dead too? It's like, I don't know. Because the ship was shot down by the dragons. I'm sure we'll probably get some answers. I don't know about all of them, but obviously, again, do not tell me. If it's spoilers, I don't want to know. I don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, this was a very strong and intense start to the season. Like, not holding anything back. And yeah, honestly, I can give some applause for that. It's like they went for it. And I'm in. I'm hooked. I mean, I was already in for the series. I already really enjoy this series, but it's like, yeah, that is a way to hook me back in for season 2. So tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this first episode of the season? And let me know just any thoughts you have down below, as long as there are no spoilers. For now, though, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.